The NFL is supposed to be filled with humble, mature, grown adults. Unfortunately, there are far too many players who act like divas and whine like they're children. And we've seen countless players end their own promising careers because of attitude problems. While these NFL players certainly are talented and could play football a while longer, but in order to do that, they'll have to start maturing. I'm Justin Fraction, back again for another video, and today we present 10 NFL players who must grow up if they want to keep playing. Adam "PACMAN" Jones. Only the Cincinnati Bengals would keep around a player who's broken the law more than the Trailer Park Boys. Nobody can deny PACMAN's talents as a defensive back and special teams player. However, the man is either taking the stupid penalties or finding the dumbest ways to get arrested. He was suspended for 1 game in 2017 for disorderly conduct and obstructing official business. There are only a few teams that have no problem signing players with long criminal histories, and the Bengals are one of them. So if Jones wants to keep playing, he has to stay out of the courthouse. And no, keeping a cool head on the field would help too. Mike Wallace. Remember when Wallace was a star wideout for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, how things change. With a 2018 offseason trade to the Philadelphia Eagles, Wallace joins his 4th team since 2013. Considering his insane speed and solid hands, isn't it odd that any team Wallace goes to decides they don't want him anymore shortly after? Following a disappointing 2014 season in Miami, multiple Dolphins players said Wallace quit on the team. Then after spending the 2015 season with the Minnesota Vikings, Wallace ripped QB Teddy Bridgewater, saying he needed a good quarterback to succeed. Well, you know what, Mike? You're nearing the end of your career. Play hard for your team, don't cause any drama, and you may play a few more years. Otherwise, you're out. Marcus Peters. Why would the Kansas City Chiefs trade Marcus Peters, who made the Pro Bowl in his first 2 seasons and is in the middle of his prime years? Oh yeah, it's his attitude. Let's not forget that 2017 game against the Jets when he threw a penalty flag into the crowd. That was one of his final games in a KC uniform. The reason the Chiefs got rid of him? They were sick of his temper and his attitude issues in the locker room. Peters got traded to a star-studded Rams team, and if he decides to play the me-first card again, he'll be shown the door out of Los Angeles before long. And who knows? Other NFL teams may decide they don't want a guy like that. Please, Marcus, learn some manners. We want you to succeed. NDAMUKONG Suh. While NDAMUKONG Suh is certainly an interesting case, on one hand you have a player who was named to his 5th Pro Bowl in 2016. He's one of the most dominant defensive tackles we've ever seen, but there are some blemishes here. Suh is one of the league's dirtiest players. He did a stomp on a guy, and the Miami Dolphins released him in 2018 despite his mega talents. Turns out the front office wanted a culture change, which was a nice way of saying no more locker room cancers here. Suh signed with the LA Rams in 2018. He's still a great player and might have a few Pro Bowl seasons left, but he has to stop being a hothead. If Suh plays as a team guy and leads by example, his potential Hall of Fame career could go on much longer. AQUIB TALIB. Slamming guys to the ground, ripping off Michael Crabtree's necklace, and getting into fights with opposing receivers. You name it, AQUIB TALIB has done it. He had 4 excellent seasons with the Denver Broncos, winning Super Bowl 50 with them. But John Elway was happy to give Talib away to the Rams for nothing more than a 5th-round pick. Now on the wrong side of 30, Talib only has so many seasons left. But if he keeps acting like a child by picking fights and ripping off necklaces, he won't be around much longer. He's kept his body in shape, but the behavior needs some adjusting. VONTAZE BURFICT. We're pretty sure if Burfict had spent his whole career on any other NFL team, he would have been cut by now. But the Cincinnati Bengals love having a roster full of hotheads, criminals, and cheap shot artists. VONTAZE BURFICT is a perfect example of a player who does all he can to be kicked out of the league. Ugly hits on Ben Roethlisberger, taking out Le'Veon Bell's knee, repeated dirty hits, fines, and suspensions, the list goes on. We'd like to think the Bengals are giving him one last chance. But if Burfict keeps prioritizing fines and suspensions more than being a good role model, the Bengals will cut him. And really, what other team would want him? ODELL BECKHAM Jr. Well, there's no denying Beckham is a top 5 receiver in the NFL, but has anybody defined the words drama or diva like him? Remember that fight with Josh Norman? Or when Beckham kicked the net on the sidelines? Or the many flip-outs he's had on the sideline? Beckham thinks the New York Giants revolve around him. It's a 53-man roster, though, and he's such a great player. Why so much arrogance and selfishness? Just go out there, Odell. Have fun, no more temper tantrums, and no more fighting with cornerbacks. Just be mature, and you'll be an all-time great. Josh Norman. Sorry, Mr. Norman. Just because Odell started the fight with you, it doesn't mean that you are exempt from our list. Norman is a member of the great cornerbacks who are also hotheads club. He's still getting into it with receivers on the field a little too much. He's always complaining to the media about the refs, and Norman refuses to take responsibility for his occasional bad play. Norman is a great player, but he certainly seems to try his best to be unlikable, and we know just how often that can spell the end of a player's career. Dez Bryant. Dez is known for having some of the biggest temper tantrums ever. That's not a secret. But look, the Dallas Cowboys made a bold decision to release him in the 2018 offseason, and Dez struggled to find a new team. What do you think is scaring them away? Certainly not his Pro Bowl caliber play. It has to be the temper and the me-first attitude. Dez will have to show in 2018 and beyond that he's a changed man and just wants to play. Otherwise, his next NFL team will be his last. Jameis Winston. Jameis was suspended for 3 games in 2018 over an alleged groping incident involving a female Uber driver. But this isn't the first time the 2015 first overall pick has landed in hot water. Winston got in trouble at Florida State for shouting a vulgar term while in school. He also got busted for shoplifting crab legs and for stealing soda from Burger King. Wow, Burger King? Winston is such a talented player, and that's why Tampa made him their first pick in 2015. But if this guy keeps breaking the law, he'll be out of the NFL faster than you know it. It's just that simple, so start growing up, Jameis. Don't throw your career away. What other NFL players must grow up if they want to keep playing? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any ideas for cool videos, let us know down there too. You never know, we might use one and give you a shout out. If you like the video, then like the video. We'd really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to do that now too for more cool videos every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Yes, made it in one take. Thank you. I've never done that before. That ending always screws me up, man. We'll see you later.